Listen to the voice inside your head right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. What's it doing? Is it replaying that time you said you too to a waiter 3 years ago? Or is it currently narrating a full disaster movie where you lose your job, your friends, and your future because you forgot to reply to one message? Most people think that internal monologue is just a harmless narrator, but here's the psychological kill shot. Your brain is a professional gaslighter. By the time most people hit their mid-30s, the majority of what they experience as who they are is just a looped playlist of automatic, low-quality thoughts running in the background. You aren't just thinking, you're living inside a mental house built on bad architecture, crooked beams, shaky foundations, anxiety bricks stacked wherever they fit. Today, we're decoding why your brain is obsessed with its own drama and the simple language trick you can use to shut the loop down. To understand why your brain turns into a horror movie director the second you sit still, we have to look at its idle state. When you're not focused on a task, a system called the default mode network kicks in. This is the part of your brain responsible for self-reflection, memory, and imagining the future. Think of it like a high-performance sports car that decides to redline the engine while parked in a garage. It's loud, it's burning fuel, and it's going absolutely nowhere. This network is supposed to help with creativity and planning, but most of the time it just chews on unresolved problems and turns them into obsessive rumination. Here's the key detail. Your brain takes cues from the labels you use. In one well-known study, people shared generously when they were told they were playing a community game. When the exact same game was renamed the Wall Street game, people suddenly acted selfish and aggressive. Same rules, different label, completely different behavior. Your brain works the same way with you. Now for the uncomfortable truth. You can actually become addicted to your own stress. When you loop on negative thoughts, your brain floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline. That chemical surge feels urgent, important, and real. So if you keep telling yourself, "I am an anxious person," your body reacts as if you're being hunted by a predator, even if you're just sitting on the couch eating lukewarm pizza. Over time, your nervous system gets used to that rush. Calm starts to feel unfamiliar, boring even. So your brain starts scanning for problems just to get another hit. That's not being careful, that's a hormonal craving. So how do you break the loop without trying to wrestle your own mind into submission? This is where a concept called cognitive diffusion comes in. The goal isn't to delete thoughts, it's to stop being the actor trapped inside the movie and become the person sitting in the back of the theater throwing popcorn at the screen. Instead of arguing with your thoughts, try what I call the radio doom technique. When a panic thought shows up, like, "I'm going to fail," don't try to fix it or replace it. Treat it like a bad radio station playing in the background. Say to yourself, "Oh look, Radio Doom is playing the failure track again." That's it. By labeling the thought as a broadcast instead of a fact, you create instant distance. You're not the failure. You're just the person in the room where a weird, pessimistic radio station happens to be playing. The volume can stay on, you still get to work. And that's the point. You are not your thoughts. You're the observer listening to them. When you treat anxiety like background noise instead of a command, you defuse the bomb before the timer hits zero. If this helped you realize your brain is just a drama queen with a bad script, hit like and subscribe. We decode the hidden mechanics of the mind every week. Drop a comment and tell me what's the weirdest track Radio Doom has tried to play for you lately. Keep your mind a mile wide, and I'll see you in the next one.